You know, we got off obviously to not a great start on the defensive end. Had to call timeout and talk to our guys about just, you know, change. You know, we needed to change on the defensive end, and that's got to be our focus going forward. You know, we scored 82 points tonight and shot 50% from the line and 20% from three, and we scored 82 points. So if we can really start locking in defensively and understanding that wins championships, then we'll be able to take the next step. And we've got 4 games left, basically 2 weeks. You know, Saturday, Thursday. What is it, Saturday? Saturday, Thursday, Saturday. And we're just trying to win Saturday against Eastern Illinois. And, you know, as you win games late in the season, each game becomes more important.
What was the biggest difference on the perimeter against these guys the second time around?
Well, I think we were a little bit more attention to detail on what we needed to do to defend them. You know, we had a chance really to hold them under 65. And then the last minute they scored some, you know, some of those late cheap baskets where you don't want to foul, but they drive it quick. And we had a chance to get a stop, and I think maybe they would have kind of, all right, say, hey, it's 12, you know, and let's call it off. But we didn't do that, so they got it to 9. They kept, you know, they were able to keep playing. But I thought we did a better job on our ball screen defense for the most part, and made it a little tougher on them. So, you know, the last 15 minutes of the first half, I thought we really guarded, and that was the difference. And Farrell and Cam were able to play with 2 fouls, and Sapp came in, I think, gave us a good spark in the first half.
Just shoot 75% in the half. Does it you get concerned that the defensive effort may lack a little just because you guys are like, we're just going to go back down?
Yeah, see, that's what I think we've gotten is that we just think we can score. I mean, it's 82, it's 96, it's 96. I didn't know we'd be able to score like this, to be honest. I didn't know how we were going to, you know, what we were going to do offensively or how we were going to score early in the year, or do we need to play fast or slow. And we've proven that we can score. And if we can get people to stop, then we're really good when we're playing fast, you know, with Cam pushing the basketball and guys running the wing. So you can get offensive happy, and we can't do that. We want to be great offensively. And if you look at our numbers, you know, 55 from the field is terrific, but 20 from 3 and 50 from the free throw line is not very good. So that's why you always got to play defense. And you know, we were okay at times. You know, we struggled early, but I think we closed the half very well.
Jarvis mentioned the loss up there being a little bit of a motivational factor. Did you guys talk about that much at all?
Yeah, we did. We talked about it a lot. We were watching tape on Edwardsville. Like I've said all season, we've showed more tape this year than I've showed any team. I mean, we watched 2 days of it for each team, and we talk about the teams 2 days in advance, to where I didn't do any of that stuff, you know, in the past. And I think we spend a lot more time with that stuff. And, you know, I broke down all the stats. You know, we only had 8 assists up there. Tonight we had 13. We were -1 rebounding. Tonight we were +9. You know, we gave up 50% from the 3. We gave up 60% from the field in the second half up there. So they knew all of it, you know, and I think they were a little bit more locked in once we kind of got in the flow of the game.
Talk about the better post play too. You know, scored them in the paint 48-30, and that was one of the.
Yeah, that's the one thing. If you look at their stats, and we've done more stuff with statistical analysis this year, and that's one of the things that, you know, the 3-point line they've guarded well all year, the 2-point line they haven't, and so we really wanted to get the ball inside, not just by post feeds, but by paint touches and driving the ball and getting ball reversals, and that's what led to, I think, us shooting the ball, you know, so well in the first half.
Yeah, you of course on Saturday. Jarvis kind of talk about how it's always hard. It's yin and yang playing a team again the second time. They know you know them.
Yeah. You know, and there's not much prep time. You know, it's not much prep time. We got everybody practicing here tomorrow. Edwardsville's practicing on the main floor at one time. We got Eastern practicing in the practice facility, and then we'll come in and practice. There's not much time, but you know, that's good. It's good that you want to be accommodating to the teams on the road, because it's tough finding places to play and practice, and you want to be going at night at 6, 8 o'clock at night. That's not fair. So, but we got to get rest tonight, and we got to come in. We got to have a good spirited workout, and really be attentive to detail on what we want to do. These one-game preps are tough because you're going home right now. You still got to watch this game, and then you got to, boom. From my standpoint, now you got to start watching all the Eastern you can by 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Sapp gets 9 rebounds. Is that something he needs to do a little more?
A lot more. He's got to do that for us. He's got to do that for us. 9's huge. He's got to be where he's getting 5, 6 rebounds a game, and he's been around 3 all season, and that's a big step.
Do you talk to him about possibly clinching on Saturday? You'll clinch at least something.
You know, I showed them the standings. You know, the West, I'm not really, I think that the West will play itself out. Our goal right now, we got 4 games left. We talked about, hey, we need to win all 4 and see where that puts us at the end. And it starts by just trying to be 1-0 against Eastern Illinois. The West stuff, the East stuff, we're not as as concerned. I think that stuff will play itself out over the next, 4 games. Our focus is we got to beat Eastern Illinois and then get ready for the next game after that.
This is the 6th time this year your field goal percentage has been higher than your free throw percentage. You ever seen anything like that?
No, we've struggled all year. If we could make free throws, what are we, 15-9, 10-2? You make free throws, you're probably 19-5, maybe, but we can't make them. So there ain't no magic formula. We got guys up there, though. The guys like Jeffrey Moss, he can't go 2 for 6. That's got to be a 6 for 6, 5 for 6, especially on days where Jarvis goes 5 for 7. That's great for Jarvis. Farrell's got he's 0 for 4. Sapp's 3 for 5. Those guys got to lift our averages. The Sapps, the Mosses, those guys, especially when you get a guy like Jarvis go 5 for 7. But we've struggled all season. We've had some games where we shot it decent. But my first year, that was one of the things I think if you look back, I think we were so good from the free throw line. I think we were right around 70 or above. I mean, it was just, you knew guys were going to make free throws down, through the course of the game. And if we made them tonight, it's probably it probably gets to 18, 19, 20.
Can you talk about that 17-4 run in the first half, how you guys just got things going there, especially with the trouble that you had up there?
Yeah, Edwardsville's tough. They have really improved, man. They've done a good job. Coach does a great job. Coach Forster does a really good job. They've got a lot more basketball to play. I mean, they got a big game at P, and then they've got I'm not sure who they have then, but then they go home for Belmont, Eastern Illinois, and they got a chance to still get a really good seed if they can win a couple of these last couple games. And they've got some tiebreakers with some people from the East, that could end up helping them. So, that's a good, team we beat tonight that makes it tough to guard at times.